Hello everyone, welcome to Lewis Learning with Sonwa. This is our 7th episode of our series where we are using In Search of Happiness, a novel set in South Africa, to learn isiXhosa together. We read a paragraph and then we extract one part of that paragraph that we'll translate and focus on as the lesson of the day that we're learning together. So the paragraph that we're reading is the blurb of the book, which reads as follows. Nana is 15 when she travels from her village in the Eastern Cape to the city. She is overjoyed to be reunited with her family, even if they are living in a tiny shack. But she struggles to fit in at her new school, and she is shocked at the violence shown to Chino and Agnes, her Zimbabwean neighbors. When she and Agnes become close friends and find love in unexpected places, Nana learns firsthand just how brutal ignorance can be and how hard it is to hold on to happiness. So that's the blurb of the book set in South Africa. I think one of the things that we're doing is that as we're learning isiXhosa, you're also immersing yourself, or you're also getting to learn about the South African cultural context, the different challenges that we have, and the things that also make us happy as that we enjoy and make us happy as a country. So you learn that through this novel called In Search of Happiness. So the part that we're zoning into today is, but she struggles to fit in at her new school. But she struggles to fit in at her new school. How would you say that in isiXhosa? How do we say that in isiXhosa? What's the translation for that in isiXhosa? Kodwa uyasokola ukungena kwisikolo sakhe esitsha, but she struggles to fit in at her new school. Kodwa uyasokola ukungena kwisikolo sakhe esitsha. Kodwa, but uyasokola, she struggles, she's having some challenges. Ukungena, now ukungena endaweni is to fit into something and to fit into a setting, to fit into an environment. Ukungena. Kwisikolo is for school. Kwisikolo, her school. Sakhe, her school. Kwisikolo sakhe. Esitsha. Esitsha is new. Intsha, new. Intsha means new. Now, that's how one would say that in isiXhosa. Kodwa uyasokola ukungena kwisikolo sakhe esitsha. Now, many of us have changed schools before, or in our school life. Some of us have changed schools, moving from city to city, or village to city, or going to a new school, a new environment, new people, new teachers, a new setting, a new route to school. In many instances, a new language that one has to speak now at this new school, a new way of doing things, a new culture, new sounds, new uniform. Just everything changes for a young person who's going to school at this new school. You are about to make new school friends. In some instances that are not very positive, experience some bullying, which I hope you did not, and I hope no child has to go through bullying. In some instances, the new people who arrive at different schools, there's some things that are sometimes done which are not correct, that can be classified or categorized or seen as categorized under the category of bullying, or of hurting someone for one's own pleasure. If that's a part of bullying. So a new school. I had to go to a new school. I changed schools twice in my life. I moved from the village to the city, lived in a township, and from that school village, it was a mud school, the grades I was in, the mud school, and then part of it was a properly built, brick and mortar structure. But my first grades were in a mud school, and then I went to grade 3, 4, and because I came to Cape Town when I was doing grade 5, that's standard 3. I'm giving away my age. That is standard 3, grade 5. Now I'd been in that school, taught in isiXhosa. And then I came to Cape Town. I went to a school in the township for my grade 6 and grade 7. Again, the continuation, most of the teachers, 99% of the teachers in the school were Xhosa speaking. And then for high school, I went to an English speaking school. Now that was an adjustment for me. Things were different in this new school. I did not think I was going to pass it in the first year. But, in the first week I was in the cricket team. I had made friends, and I met some of my best friends from the school that I went to, an English speaking school. I had come from a place where I was in the majority. I was the 100% of the population of this school was black that I came from. Now I was going to a school where I was going to be 2% of the population in this English speaking school. So that was quite an adjustment. Uyasokola ukungena. Nana struggles to fit in at her new school. I had my own different challenges to fit in at this new school, but in the end, it worked, and it worked out. Now, kodwa uyasokola ukungena kwisikolo sakhe esitsha, but she struggles to fit in at her new school. I'd like us to zone in those individual words in isiXhosa. Kodwa uyasokola ukungena kwisikolo sakhe esitsha, and see how else these words can be used, and have other examples of these individual words used in other sentences. Starting with kodwa. Now, kodwa means but it's also a beautiful person's name. I know what I've heard of people who are named Kodwa, and in that instance, I think kodwa means unique. Kodwa, unique. Not many of. Unique. That's how I would describe the name Kodwa for a person. I wouldn't say it means then but, for a person. Kodwa, I've seen people named Kodwa. So using Kodwa in a sentence is, you could, for instance, say, I would be happy, but I'm studying today. How would you say this? Bendingavuya, kodwa ndiyafunda namhlanje. Say, for instance, someone is inviting you to a party or to something, and you say, bendingavuya, I would be happy, kodwa, but, ndiyafunda namhlanje. I would be happy, but I am studying today. And so that's how you use kodwa in a sentence. And the other one is uyasokola. Let's use that in a sentence. Uyasokola, she struggles. Uyasokola ukufumana umsebenzi. He or she is struggling to find a job. Now, this is a reality for many people, not just in South Africa, but around the world. Uyasokola ukufumana umsebenzi. He or she is struggling to find a job. And perhaps from that struggle to find a job, other ideas may come to create and do different things to employ oneself. So the next one is ukungena. Ukungena is like entering. Ngena, ukungena. Ukungena, entering. But also ukungena means fit. Inyawo lam liyangena. My foot fits into the shoe. Liyangena esihlangwini. Inyawo lam liyangena esihlangwini. Ukungena, entering or fit. Ukungena kwakhe endlini. When he entered the house, ukungena. But up there, when we said, but she struggles to fit in her new school. She struggles to ukungena kwisikolo sakhe. It also means that as well, to fit in or to enter. To fit in or to enter, ukungena. Kwisikolo is school, a sentence with school, isikolo in it would be abantwana bayafunda kwisikolo. The children are learning at the school. The children are learning at the school. Sakhe. Sakhe is also, I know that there are people named Sakhe. It's also another beautiful Xhosa name, Sakhe, which also means that ukwakha is to build, like Sakhe. The translation of that for a person's name would be build us or to build us. That's a name with a meaning given to a person. You'll correct me if I'm understanding this incorrectly. Xhosa speaking people viewing this, Sakhe is a person's name, build us. That's my understanding of it. But also in the context of Sakhe, Sakhe is like hers. Is something like sihle isihlangu sakhe. Her or his shoe is beautiful. Sihle isihlangu sakhe. That's how you'd say that. Sihle isihlangu sakhe. Now in this instance, sakhe is hers or his. Hers or his. Esitsha, the last word used in that sentence from the blurb, esitsha, ndithenge isikipa esitsha, for instance, you say, I bought a new t-shirt. That's how you'd use the word esitsha. Ndithenge isikipa esitsha. In this case, a polo neck that I'm wearing. Yeah, that's it for today. Please keep practicing, and let me know how you're doing. Let's connect on the WhatsApp number displayed below, +27 833 2310 +27 79 sorry +27 79 833 2310. Using this WhatsApp number, you can find out how you can get the full novel, the novel, as it is available for sale, and also you can find out how you can buy us coffee for this episode. This has been Lewis, Learning with Sonwa, episode 7. Until next time, bye-bye.